Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove TrueAccord from their credit report. And in many cases, without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or believe TrueAccord or any other accounts for that matter on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid or any other major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a lawsuit or a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost to you, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, well, we can help with that too. Just call us today. Our number will be in the description below. Just give us a call. We're here to help. Now today I want to get through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And firstly, I think really important is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with TrueAccord? And I put this one at the top of the list because we have a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And really it makes sense. Few people are taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know what the answer to this question was until I got into the business. Now, fortunately, the answer is that unless the debt is related to specifically to unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or serve any jail time. So no need to worry about that whatsoever. The other thing is that the amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million and you will still not be arrested or get jail time. So now who is TrueAccord and why are they on your credit report? They're referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency, and they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? For example, imagine for a moment that for whatever reason, you have an unpaid card with Capital One for, just to use an easy number, $1,000. TrueAccord could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But now they won't try to collect that amount. No. They'll try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which would give them a 10x return on their investment. So, these companies can make a lot of money. And one of the ways, what they do is they damage your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report. It's a primary strategy that they use to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know is that paying a debt that's on your credit report doesn't remove the account that's attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, whether it's paid or not. So a lot of the time, paying it isn't really in your best interest, as strange as that sounds, because you could really just be wasting your money. And in rare cases, it could even hurt your score further. So that's something to keep in mind. In addition to credit reporting, they in order to get you to pay, may also send scary letters. Obviously call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. It's what they do. Now, this is a good time to mention too that if collectors have ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case that you want to give us a call so that we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with TrueAccord? So settling your debt with TrueAccord depends on your goal. Typically, if you are wanting to improve your credit score, which who doesn't want to do that, paying isn't the best option. The reason is because what I just said before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score the whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us that can review these accounts for you. And what we do is we look to see if there's certain issues that exist. And if that's the case, then the accounts may be removed entirely. And this is a win-win, right? So you won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score. And the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's good all the way around. So how do you get TrueAccord removed from your credit report? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a little tricky. It can be a little bit more involved than it might seem. Now, I encourage you to do that, to learn how to do that, but honestly, be prepared to spend weeks, possibly months, learning how to do it properly. However, if you'd like to hire a professional to come in, handle it for you, and ensure it's done properly the first time, then you save the extra time that you would have spent doing that. That's where we come in, that we'd be happy to take care of that for you. We've dealt with TrueAccord and their accounts many times. And I'll tell you, they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we're happy to take care of that for you if you'd prefer. So this is a big one. I get asked this all the time. How can I get TrueAccord to stop calling me? Well, as I mentioned before, TrueAccord will be calling you. It's their attempt to collect the debt that they've purchased. And that can be very annoying, which means the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you, one, settle your debt with them, as we talked about, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. So that's honestly the better option. Will TrueAccord try suing or garnishing my wages? This can be kind of scary, but TrueAccord suing you is really unlikely. It can happen. I'm not going to lie. It does happen, but in our experience, it's really rare. And the reason is that there's a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's just a long process. Excuse me. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect the debt at all, which is another benefit of using an expert like us. So another question, what are my rights when dealing with TrueAccord? So bottom line is you have the right to dispute any of your debt that TrueAccord has purchased. Okay? TrueAccord is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA, and as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. Now, these acts, again, can seem very complicated, but the bottom line is that they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Okay? And again, if you don't have the time to research these acts, it's not a problem. Call us today, and we can discuss your options. And again, you'll find our number to contact us at in the description below. And we'd like to get started on working on your account right away. So thanks so much.